So sultry.
Yep, it's great. Guys, welcome back. 21 Soul here at the Ropeadope Room in East Philadelphia. I'm Fabian Brown here with my co-host, Mr. Marks. How are you, sir?
I'm well.
Feeling good?
Great to be back. I love doing this show.
So do I, man. Today we are going to we have a surprise. So if you stick around to the end, should we share that surprise?
Yeah, 20th anniversary.
That's right.
We're gonna dig into the vaults a little bit, tell a little bit of Ropeadope history around graphic design.
We got some artifacts, right?
Some artifacts, some things from the vault that we found.
I love it. We're going to be sharing some unreleased music today from various artists: Crown, Vokes, Kaveh, Rastegar. The list goes on and on and on. We came in with the artist Crown. This is actually going to be a re-release through Ropeadope.
This is a track from the first album that Steph Tom self-released last year.
Yep.
Sort of quietly, under the radar, and we really want to give it the love that it deserves because it's a really fantastic record, and it paves, what Steph Tom's all about. She's creative director for Layla Hathaway. That's how we got to know her. We hung out with her in New York at a couple shows. Seems like wherever we go, where the people are.
LA at the Grammys.
Steph is there, and everybody's like, "You know Steph Tom? We didn't know you knew Steph Tom." I'm like, "Yeah, we do."
Yeah.
So she's kind of like that like branded secret. Like she's like that person that everybody knows that the public needs to know about.
And completely interesting. Every time I have a chance to speak with her, I learn just a little bit more about her being, her way of thinking. I think this album really is just speaking to her experiences, and the little nuances of the challenges that women go through, not just in the music world, but women in general. Mm-hmm. It's funny because a lot of our artists, Lewis, they are hitting on topics that are above and beyond just music.
Yeah, these are people that are reflecting the times that we live in.
That's right.
And I learn from her. That's the best part. Is like I look forward to seeing her again and learning more. And it's not just learning like knowledge and memory. So I start to understand more about the world, and I start to understand more about myself and my reaction to the world when I speak with someone like that.
I love it. This album is going to come out on May 31st, followed by another release from Steph Tom, Crown. So we're listening to the tune Closer from the album Clockwork by Vokes, set for release this year, May 3rd.
Springtime,
that's right.
Vokes was introduced to us by Kyle Nasser from Beekman.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thread continues.
The way people may not know, but 70 to 80% of the music that we get these days is coming directly from Ropeadope artist referral. So there's a network out there of people that know each other and they all work together, and then they're like, hey, this is a cool place to be. Why don't you come on over here?
I love it.
So this is mysterious.
Yeah, I learned, reading through her materials, first of all, she is a legit classically operatic trained vocalist. Mm-hmm. Okay, but she's obviously not singing opera here. She's singing something that speaks to her. And there's another thread of connection because in her upbringing, in her learning, her craft, her voice, she studied with one of our artists, Tim Lefebvre. Bass player extraordinaire. We have some surprises coming up from Mr. Lefebvre. We do.
Yep. The B is silent, right?
Is it?
In Lefebvre? That's what I'm going with. Yeah.
I'm leaning on you for that.
So, Folks, there's a cast of characters on this record that we don't, I'm unfamiliar with. I have to say the music is just ethereal, mysterious, like cinematic. I don't understand it. It's kind of like so many albums here at Ropeadope. You can't just pop it on and just sort of play it in the background, which seems to be the thing these days. You know, you have to kind of sit down. I mean, you can,
right?
But it draws your attention. You're like, what is that world that I need, that I need to be in?
Well, these are some serious. Like the solo coming in. There's some serious jazz cats.
We're just gonna bring it up because there was that, and then it's like you're watching like a cult film on another planet in a landscape, and somehow Buddy Miles and Billy Cobham are both in the film. You know, they're just over there like, you know, you're like, yeah, that's just life here, you know, on a normal day. Just one more time.
Love it. Little Herbie lick right there.
Little Herbie, yeah. It's all of them. I just threw out 2 names. It's all those cats.
It's great.
All right.
Spanish harmonic minor. That's your buzzword to look up.
Spanish. I won't look it up.
Spanish harmonic minor.
You'll tell me about it again tomorrow. I hope. This is called Fading Crowns. Speaking of crown,
Rosemarine.
Look around. Cracking bones are floating on the underground. Far away, silently, another death is set in the tomb. Watch them drown. Rotten stones are turning.
Hailing all the way from Berlin, Germany.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're from different places.
I think we called in from. They called in today from Berlin.
They're in Berlin right now.
All three of them.
Mm-hmm. So you said Berlin, which is funny because there's Berlin in East Philly.
Right.
There's a Berlin, New Jersey, and then there's Berlin.
So they're different phonetica.
Everybody says it different. Everybody says it different.
This one was
Tell me
kind
about
of.
this band.
I mean, it was interesting speaking with them today and getting to know them a little bit better. In fact, I'm very familiar. I'm going to butcher his last name, Igor
Ozyopov.
Thank you. Who is?
Hopefully that was better.
Yes. Try again.
I try.
The guitarist from Logan Richardson's project, his band. We had a chance to break bread with Igor here at the Ropeadope Room probably about a year ago now at this point.
It's been about a year.
So that's when I got familiar with his playing, started following him on Instagram, and that cat, man, listen, it doesn't matter what genre style, he's just really, really burning.
He pours himself into it.
Yeah, man, he's just, he's a technician, but has a lot of soul and tastefulness in his playing, and these guys all knew one another prior to, joining this band, creating this band. And what I'll say is you got a bunch of great jazz musicians not playing jazz.
Well, I was going to say, like, all of the tracks that we've heard so far, with women as lead, all of the playing feels like it matters, It feels like the people are just, like, pouring themselves into it, like this is their last hope.
Right.
Like, without this, there might not be anything left, and that's what I hear and feel in this. They're just like, and there's a certain, this is different stuff for us in a lot of ways. I mean, I think Crown speaks to risk and, being alone in different places. I think that Kat and Rosemarine both speak a little bit of drama of life today, but also there's some anger in there. There's just some like angst.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard to have a lot of angst in jazz these days. It's hard to be John Coltrane.
Well, that's our grandfather's jazz, right? So it won't be too progressive if we were still pushing that out. Giant steps. It's my jazz lick for today.
There you go. We'll take it. He did that. All right. So now we're gonna jump across to Los Angeles, California. Kaveh Rastegar. It's amazing that there's that same sense of like, you know, haunted mystery of like we're in another space, you know, we're in this new landscape or something, you know. Could be a movie scene, you know.
I love it. I love the interplay between the drums and the bass. I believe the background. That's how the song originated, and it has kind of morphed, you know, with the musicians just putting stuff on top of it and on top of it, and the singer, Dorian Holley.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar, and I was stunned. Yeah.
His
this reminds me a little bit of that Corey King record.
Ah.
In the same sort of
the vibe, yeah.
A little muffled, so it kind of sort of like it's underwater, which is kind of a vibe. But that vocal is crazy.
I love it. It's not the first time we've been hearing Kaveh and his work at Ropeadope. Right? He had a recent release with us. This is a single.
And it's going to lead up to another release, is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
There's a full-length album coming that we haven't heard yet?
That's correct. He has a single coming out.
That'll be great.
Oh, man, the sax, Ben Wendell. All right, I'll stop right there. But, yeah, single coming out in April, and then another single coming out in May, and then we're going to have a summer release somewhere in there, too.
Just for the audience, Fabian's a saxophone player, so we have a strict, like, limited sax reference rule for him, and that's why he just kind of like put on the brakes right there.
I did.
I just want to let
you saw that real time.
I understood it. Our producers understood it, and I want to give them a shout out real quick before we even move any further, because like responding to your faces while you're watching us do what we do is really it's really awesome. So
it's like a live studio audience.
Yeah, but with a like positive reinforcement all the way. I dig it. Yeah, otherwise I'm running for the hills.
We got a couple more tracks coming, but did you want to take a moment to...
Yeah, it's time. It's time. So it's the 20th anniversary of Ropeadope.
It is.
Coming up November 2019. The label was started in November 1999 with the DJ Logic record. And we're just kind of reflecting all year, and as part of that, I dug into the archives. So, you know, we have boxes here and boxes there. Often you're focused on the boxes of master tapes and old broken hard drives from the lost era of the 2000s to 2006, where all the hard drives crashed and nobody has the stems and all of that, right? And that stuff's great to look through. And we're going to do that in a future show.
Okay.
But it takes time to put that in and see what it sounds like, see what's on there. But I found a box, a big tub, and I mean a big plastic tub in the basement. So I was in the clothing business when I came to Ropeadope, right? Yep. So when people would print Ropeadope t-shirts, among other things, including OK Player and The Roots,
right?
I would say, like, put one of everything in this tub when it comes in the door. So I found the tub. One of every Ropeadope t-shirt.
Oh, my goodness.
From over the years, okay? So I'm not going to turn up this next song. We're gonna grab
Grab a couple. You want?
I've laid them all out here. I don't think they're all there. I've laid them all out, but we're gonna pick one. All right, we'll let the producer pick one. Let's grab a T-shirt.
Get the money shirt, bro. All right, what do we got?
Give it a toss. There we go. All right, I'm gonna place this one at 2006, probably.
Okay.
A line that we did respecting different nations around the world, right? This is China, obviously.
Dude, that's...
Yep. Shout out to China.
Dope.
Today? I don't know.
Maybe not tomorrow.
All right. No, I'm going to pick the next one. I'm going off camera.
Oh, boy. What do we got? I'm going to turn the music up.
With a little bit of sacrifice, might find yourself a bit there. Okay, what the hell happened when I was out rapping? Before the latest fashion dictates how much action you can track, and you playing with my emotions, saying keep it going. The culture overdosing, lack of blowing, lack of flowing, lack of potent showmanship. Passed up the social media likes and hits, remedial hype, the likes of which might not exist.
Oh, they saw that as a close up. As a close up.
So early on, one of the things we did was, I got to give it a shout out to the founder of Ropeadope Industries, Ropeadope Clothing, David Wurtzel, because while we worked together, we had some good times, we had some rough times. As I go back through this stuff, it really blows my mind, the art direction. And one of the key things that he would focus on that is today an important part of Ropeadope is having respect for people that have gone before and people that have done great things. This is one of the first ones. This is King Tubby. If you don't know, get on Google after the show's over. And then, now for the next one, I'm going to bring it back to, we'll bring a few of these out every show, right? So this is the original Ropeadope.
I didn't see what you got.
Right?
Wow. Who was wearing that recently?
A friend of mine came to a show and had his OG Ropeadope t-shirt. So if you were wearing a branded Ropeadope t-shirt in 2002, that's what it looked like. And people would probably come up and go, what the hell is that? It's Ropeadope. There it is.
Wow.
All right, we're good.
That's fantastic.
3 for today, and we'll bring it back. But I want everybody to know that we're going to roll out different parts of the Ropeadope clothing line over the next 6 to 7 months. But we're going to kind of work it, not exactly in chronological order. There's a line that was done in 2008, I believe, or 2007, called the American Immigrant Series. And given everything that's going on today, there it is. That's one. That's one. We're going to have some new colors and some new... Gonna have some long sleeves and also some hoodies and zip-ups to go with that. So, gonna do that. Shameless plug. What are we listening to?
Oh, so this is Blue Rum. This is BLUKE, which is which is a hybrid of Blue Rum 13 and our boy
Luke Vibert. Our boy. Yeah, we are honored and lucky to be associated with the great Luke Vibert. We'll talk more about that next time. I dig that track. But
yeah, a lot goes into staring at this clock. I hate this job that I
can we talk over this?
Let it go for a little bit. Let it go for a little bit.
These goddamn walls that I wash. If I go in, ain't going in on time. Today, while I'm contemplating calling out, cause I got ambitions and visions of falling out. My employer called the shots, well I'm about to call them now. Damn, you niggas' minds is watered down. I got a big ass dream, I can't afford it now. Only reason I'm here is cause I'm fucking starving now. I ain't got no business here, I'm a fucking artist now, breathe. Believe that, back to the Henny bottle cause it helped me relax. I made more on the streets when they ordered these gats, and I'm under enough pressure to where I might relax ease. Still feel I got the key, the rhythm on my drums, the rhythm that I speak. This D cost the price when you down on your cheese. So if we fuck, I'll send you a feeling like a week. Good grief, wash tables, do it promptly, not me. Gotta do it for the paper, I see. Smile for the kids till it hurts in your cheeks. Log it in the computer, then report it to the chief. Send it out of this office, then record all what you see. Then attend all the trainings and make them some entertainment. Be careful when you arrange it and write it down on the sheet. It's doing some good, ain't it? I really feel great. The way that they run things, I really do disagree. Treat the kids like they're a lab experiment. Be a humanitarian, don't treat them like they're you. I've been on the budget, my whole life. Hey, I've been on the budget, my whole life. Hey, I've been on the budget, my whole life. Hey, I've been on the budget, my whole life. Yo, hey, I've been on the budget, my whole life. Hey, I've been on the budget, my whole life. Hey, I've been on the budget, my whole life. Hey, I've been on the budget, my whole life. I ain't really feeling this mad. As much as I do, I deserve more in this check. Like, what the hell did I get a college degree for? I'll burn this bitch down if I make any less. I want a black Maserati on my way to Hollywood, but for the time being, I'll just settle for a Lex. I refuse to work a slave shift job for the white man plantation. For that reason, I'll be on the bus. Spartacus with an itch that I just can't fix. I'm on the rush. Picture me, Master Moose, as a peasant in a rough and Molly, thinking y'all know what I'm about to become. The corporations I'm about to run. The quality of art I distribute to the slums. Go ahead right here. Yeah, I come to work while I'm drunk. Slow light of mine, I got it impossible to shun. I ain't the one. Fuck y'all mission statement. I'm about done. I walk in this bitch every day, put hours in. With a clear sight of what it is I'm really running. You ain't got it for me. I volunteered to be a prisoner. I'm close to getting free. Bitch, I might just up and leave. I make myself royalty. Y'all should all bow down to the motherfucker.
It's a crime to turn that down. I apologize.
It's tough to find a spot to turn it down. It was tough.
Favorite, fuck y'all in your mission statement, and when the horns come in.
Good.
You know, having not grown up and immersed in hip hop and rap music, and selectively picking things, I just find that so compelling. Where there's this seamless flow between, you know, his rapping and that groove. Who's the guitarist on that?
I think he might be playing some guitar on that,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure.
But somebody's locking down that.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Khemist, he's a lyricist. He's a poet, he's a writer, he's a rapper, he has complete command. Dude, you know what's crazy? So I'm going through his materials, and he had this like this ridiculous traumatic experience as a kid, you know, playing basketball court in the neighborhood or whatever. You know, the ball goes loose, he goes to get the ball, and then he sees this dude, him and his boy see this dude, this old guy that's bleeding out. Like this bleeding out, and some other guy's like, look, don't say nothing, and they just went about their business. But Khemist, he didn't talk. Like, he was like non-vocal throughout. He didn't talk until he was in high school.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, and it's crazy the things that people go through, the trauma that people go through, and how they can, again, push through all that nonsense, push through all that bullshit, and then on the other end, music is their savior, music is their tool to just really effectively communicate whatever message they're trying to say. And my man Khemist is on point, on fire. This album is just so stupid, and this track is...
People are going to be surprised by this record. Really happy to unveil that. Just flipping back, like, old school hip hop, new school hip hop, same hip hop, all quality. We'll take it out with that.
Yeah. I'm just mad my man Khemist said call me for the horn part on this, man.
Ropeadope TV. We'll be back.
We'll be back. Make sure you subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. You know, we're going to be sharing some more of the design and t-shirt line. You know, Ropeadope.com. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that fun stuff. Lewis, thank you for you know, giving me a seat on the sofa, bro.
Thank you for carrying me through. All right. Thank you all for chiming in, for joining in.